Golly.
This isn't something you would see. This isn't something you would hear, taste. This is something you feel. And you definitely do feel it.
In your bag of bones.
As if someone is trying to reach out for you. Someone's trying to reach out to you.
Do I get a sense if it's hostile or not?
You have a sense that it's very, very kind and friendly.
I try to open myself up to it to receive the communication.
Not on a third date, Darvin. Don't just give it away.
Roll a D100. A portal opens in front of you and steps through Bishop holding a snow globe.
Ha!
Small snowflakes fall around him as he steps through.
Good to see you again, friend.
I told you this would work.
I guess it's even more special than I realized.
You totally don't notice the fact that he's wearing a helmet teleportation, but that's cool too.
I'm just happy to see him.
Yeah,
I think we've got a tough hunt coming, and it'll be good to have your arm with us if you're willing to join us.
That's what I'd heard. Man, that's I'm not really sure who he is. Came by, and he told me and Diana that things were going to be bad, so we should probably show up. She'll be along in a moment, but yeah, things sounded pretty rough.
Said a mysterious man told you this?
A blonde, tall guy. Never met him before.
Uh-huh.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
But either way, and as you two are talking, out from his office rolls a very tired, 5 o'clock shadowed Huntmaster McCree. He starts to slowly walk over towards the job board, his spurs jingling and jangling as he does. Alright. So, oof. This is gonna be hell. Who signed up for the, Kajusa? Kajusa. I said it right. Don't look at me.
I really like Yuki Kajiusa's music.
I raise my hand.
Alright. Hell yeah. Hell, at least that's one of you.
I raise his hand.
Nessa raises
Zori
a mage
just
hand.
nods at him.
Dominic just puts his hand up, just thinking, when I get Big B's hand, this is going to be amazing.
Nessa just like peeks over at him and just kind of smirks to herself.
Lyra runs down the stairs, hair disheveled. But did I...
What were you doing?
Nothing?
Insight check.
I swear
After
to God.
After the night Dominic's just had, he's fully aware of what's going on.
I will bring
Nothing
down
you say.
holy wrath upon each and every one of you. I will burn your little stuffed toys. I will raise this place to the fucking ground. If I have to hear about your canoodling.
Sorry, Huntmaster.
I already hear it day and night. I swear to God, if the Slayer's Take ever goes out of business, we could turn this place into a brothel. No problem. No, I'm just fucking with you. I have 2 hookers in the
Nessa
back.
looks really confused, like, private sanctum usually works. Like, who isn't?
Oh, anyway, see? Got you to laugh and smile. That's probably the last time you're going to do that for a couple days. Looks like we got a pretty big hunt coming up. This Kajusa thing, it's going to be a little rough. Looks like it was posted by an Ezekiel Kane. I know that name. Alright, going through my list here. Scales, meant for armor for a druid's coven. That's weird. Talons, for weapons for a druid's coven. Apparently, druids really like weird stuff. Saliva, acidic process for weapon, yada yada. Tall fangs, druids coven weapon. What the hell the druids need so much weapons for? They got like turn into tigers and shit. Scalp, trophy box. Jeez, I swear to God, these folks. Hide, armor for the druids coven. Tail. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. Apparently, subcontracted out with this, there is a friendly giant who is looking for a better way to chop down trees and thought the tail of this monster would be good. And the gem. Oh, no, that's different. Have any of y'all ever come across a gem inside of a monster before? I haven't.
Not yet.
Does elemental essence count?
That it's 8.
Yes, the essence could possibly be.
Essence. Huntmaster McCree is going to roll a history check. Because reasons. Maybe he helps you guys out, who knows?
I mean, I'd roll a history.
Y'all, I mean, there's some youngins around here, but y'all familiar with takes a little bit of time to say so. You can tell he fights back a well of emotions as he talks. Y'all remember the Chroma Conclave?
Darvin's face kind of sours. Yeah, I
Very
remember the
well
crime.
Sorry, it was before I was born.
There was talk before Thordak was revived. There was talk of this gem. It was a way to imbue a creature with legendary powers and prowess. I thought it was just a bunch of, bullshit. But I'll tell you what has me concerned here is they say that this is a summoning gem for the Druids Conclave. And it's inside of a monster. I've never seen this monster. I don't know about any of you. I've done my research too.
Nessa holds up a bunch of notes.
Darvin does just kind of points to his notebook.
And with that, because you guys RP'd all that out, we're going to do this. Nessa, advantaged investigation check. Darvin, advantaged investigation check.
What about other people who did research?
They need but chime in.
But you only did a little bit today.
That's fine. So, we'll start with Nessa. The only things you could find were bits of rumors about some creature that had the capability of upsetting an ecosystem completely, wiping out all indigenous living beings there, wiping out all life throughout a forest, leaving the forest completely desiccated and drained of life. You know that previously, the only time that this has ever been known to have happened was in the Grey Valley. However, what you did find through your research and also through current events are that there were reports coming in from Wildwood. And in the Wildwood, the hunt has been very scarce. People have a hard time finding food, finding any kind of game to live off of. This has been going on for several months. You also know that there's even been monsters left, just heads ripped off, bodies torn asunder. And as a matter of fact, you found one particular piece of research that became very evident that this might be what you're looking for. There was a record about a certain poisonous drake wyvern that had endangered some of the local citizens in a community called Murdoch. When they went to the woods to try to find the creature and extract some of its blood for an antivenom, they saw something standing 40, maybe 50 feet tall, covered in spikes, thick, leathery-like skin, tearing the wyvern in half with a single bite. Now, that is the RP answer to that question. The meta mechanics answer that you found out from putting together your knowledge is that this creature would likely move around 40 feet in its movement. It would be very, very hardy. You think at least around 250 hit points. You know that it would be resistant to many things due to the descriptions of it. Most likely bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magic weapons. Only other thing you think you would know about, or that you do know about it, through one account of a particular druid that was in the area, they attempted to use some of their magics upon the creature while they were getting away. And it seemed that the creature might have magical resistance as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Great.
Sounds like
I know I enjoy it when we encounter creatures that are resistant to my primary method of attack.
Yes, it is always unpleasant.
The Huntmaster spins his guns. Yeah, you and me both. Magic bullets don't come easy. So, time to get this thing underway.
Got this.
Let's do it.
Yes,
To
let's
the
go.
Wildwood, then.
All right.
How are we going to get there?
Yeah, where exactly is it on the map?
All right. So, if you pull up the interactive map of Tal'Dorei, which I'll throw a link to real quick, you will notice that Western, where you guys currently are, in the center of the map, and the Wildwood is to your northwest. Shouldn't take
there
more
it is.
than, if you're traveling via flying mount, it shouldn't take more than, you think, 6 days to a week at the most.
Would we have to push the mounts to make that, or would that be a fairly comfortable, safe ride?
Fairly comfortable pace. There is no time limit on this hunt. It should take you about 21 days is what I estimate to get everything. At least that's what I told the contract giver.
Mhm.
If not, they can just they can just fucking wait. I want to emphasize one point that I think may have been underemphasized before. Excuse me. This is a contract. Slayer's Take has a reputation to uphold. Honor comes from what we do. But at the end of the day, if it's you or that damn thing, I want you back. Understood?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
Touch
Excellent.
the damn
Yes.
piece of paper with your blood and do all that weird shit. No, we're changing that too, because that's just creepy. I don't like seeing y'all's blood.
I like your style, sir.
I'm sure we can
So
find
nice,
some
yeah.
magical ink.
Magic ink sounds awesome. I got some that's called unicorn poop. It comes out like pink and blue and it's all glittery.
That sounds amazing.
had not heard of it.
Nessa.
Hmm?
Dominic just kind of like shushes Nessa. It's just like, just don't.
I have a daughter.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't smell.
I'm sure unicorn poop smells like ice cream.
Yeah, like yogurt.
Yeah.
Sorry, frozen
It's
custard.
rainbows and happiness.
All right. Well, after you have taken care of everything, all of you prepare to mount up for the day. Is there anything you need to retrieve from Noja's, or anything you need to get from the artisan's quarter, or anything at all before we go underway?
Nope. I think I'm good.
We all have magic weapons?
Is there emphasis on need?
Is there anything you would like?
I mean, there is something, but I don't know if I should go ask for it.
Now you have me intrigued.
Oh, I think I know.
Oh, I think I know too. I'm just waiting for it.
That's why I'm treading softly.
Look, man, walk softly, carry a big stick, stand behind your ground, and, hold it, man. You want something, you go do it.
Alright.
Magic bow would be useful. If not too expensive. Where's Noja's? Check something.
Yeah, Noja's inventory just had to get updated because somehow nothing was getting saved, so you're welcome. There's new stuff in there.
I have a question about that, actually, Jeff.
I have an answer for you.
I hope you do. With the updated inventory of Noja's, it said that there's the Iron Stone of Intellect. Are you rolling with the previous ruling we've seen where there's only one of each Iron Stone?
One of each that you can attune to.
As in, like, one of each in the world, I mean.
No.
Because currently, if there's only one of each in the world, the Iron Stone of Intellect is currently orbiting Nessa's hat.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's more than one.
Oh.
You don't have to worry about that
think I
anymore.
know
You
what
got 20.
Oh, yeah, I can't actually increase it any further with the Iron Stone, can I?
Nope.
Damn it. That's alright,
The
I'm
thing
saving
about
an
that is, guys, something that nobody's ever asked about, and I'm glad that you brought it up. Every Iron Stone that you guys have seen so far has been an imitation.
Oh.
I've got this beautiful chart that's called the True Iron Stones, and oh my god, let me tell you, they're just wonderful.
Were these the ones that got stolen?
Yeah.
These are the ones originally made by Ioun.
Yeah, it's quite beautiful.
So beautiful.
Also, just so you guys know, there are 28 new shops coming. I'm just trying to get everything written up. It takes a long time to script.
Yes.
Retail therapy after this?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, because he doesn't have a mount that can fly and doesn't want to bother you guys, Bishop's going to buy a mount while you guys are in town.
Neat.
And done.
That's the thing?
That there is a magical creatures merchant.
Oh,
Newt
yes.
Scamander.
It is not Newt Scamander. It's Scootnermander. Scoot sells all kinds of fun stuff.
Oh.
I'm going there.
I'm going to ask this one more time so Nailsu can hear me, because it just doesn't seem like he did. Is there anything anybody needs right now?
I do. Can I stop my noses real quick?
You sure can, buddy.
No time
I will
limit.
never
Take
say
all
no
the
to
time you need.
Noja.
Go to Noja's.
He went to Noja's.
He went to Noja's. Dominic, you would probably also be happy
The
to
tag
know that
will
there's
say
a necromancy merchant.
What?
There's a necro.
What?
it's a witch doctor, right? A witch doctor called like Black Midnight or something. Papa Midnight. Call me Papa Midnight. Has to be Papa Midnight.
Brother, I think you're deflecting right now. You're supposed to be in Noja's.
Okay. Oh, walk into noses.
You're in Noja's. It's a shop full of magic shit.
Hey.
Oh, the door thing got broken finally.
Thank God, by the way, because I would have lost my mind if it hadn't.
Dude, you know what? I would have totally walked in and out of the door just to hear like start the sentence each time.
Dude, go ask for your robe.
This is called deflecting, buddy.
Okay. Hey, Noses, my robe here by any chance, man?
I have absolutely no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Gilmore?
I didn't get a receipt either.
As you see, Gilmore is standing behind the counter.
Oh, hello,
Darwin's
sir.
Darwin's gonna rush up and just try to shake his hand.
Well, hello.
Hello, Gilmore.
Very nice to see you.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
Good to see you again, Mr. Gilmore.
Oh, very, very, very good to see all of you yet again. And very nice to meet you, Darwin.
Dominic wanders over and
To the brow.
puts his hand out to shake Gilmore. Says he's never actually met Gilmore in person.
Yet another fun playmate. Nice to meet you. My name
Dominic
is Sean.
D'Artois of House D'Artois.
Sean Gilmore of Gilmore's Glorious Goods. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Darwin arches his eyebrow with this huge grin.
Gilmore gives you an eyebrow arch that
Whoa.
rivals that of the Dark Brow.
Oh, it's a brow off. It's a Gilbrow.
This is the Dark Brow.
Darwin just laughs hard.
Every Darwinite in like a 1-2 mile radius just falls over.
Darwinites,
Felt a
It's an
disturbance in the
AoE
force.
they call them Gilmorgans.
Okay,
I'm
so literally
sure
like
they
half
do
of Westruun just fainted.
So, I do believe that the young master was asking about a robe. Were you?
Yes, sir. A couple, I don't even know how long ago, I asked Mr. Noja if he could make me a robe of the Archmagi.
Noja's memory is that of a horse's ass at times, but I did just happen to walk into town with a new allotment of items. I do believe that happens to be among my stocks. If you would give me but a moment.
Oh, thank you, sir.
he pours over various items, throwing out robes and different cloaks, capes. Oh, indeed. I happen to have a short one. It's about a mid-length robe, shorter sleeves, kind of a silk-like material, but it's a good quality. Of course, everything that I sell is of the utmost quality. You were wishing to barter for this, weren't you?
Well, I had already put down some money. He told me he needed to do measurements and that it would take a year to do.
Oh, I swear. Let me simply show you how this works. He comes and he drapes the robe over you.
Ooh.
And it fits to your size in mere moments.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
This feels nice.
I'm sure it does. The way that the silk caresses your skin is ever so, dare I say, pleasurable.
A million fanfic authors' hands go to notebooks.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of 1,000 pencils hitting paper all at the same time.
Wait, Gilmore giving a robe? Darvin looks to see if his thumbs are in the wrong spot.
Ooh.
What?
Because Darvin's read the Vox Machina stories backwards.
Yes, he has.
Do his thumbs appear to be where they belong?
They do.
Darvin sighs in relief.
So, now that that's cleared up, you put down a payment for an item, and he told you it would take how long exactly?
You told me a better part of a year.
Oh, my boy, my dear boy. We don't stand for that sort of thing in my line of work. The items here, you all do a considerable amount of business, and it is such a pleasure to see you again, Nessa. Let's say I'll cut you a deal this time, if you do me but one favor.
Name it.
There's a particular creature of interest to me. Possesses well, you could call it a gem. And the gem is quite powerful. But if you were to retrieve it for me, I could see letting this item go at a mere 20,000 gold.
Okay.
Dominic pulls out the Kijusa contract page. Would this be the creature you're referring to, Mr. Gilmore?
Oh. Haven't seen one of those in ages. Of course, actually it is.
We already contracted.
Yes, that may make things difficult.
But if you... Perhaps if you speak to Huntmaster McCree...
Exactly. Give me a moment. You see his eyes turn a brighter shade of white as he pulls out a scroll. Oh, my dear friend, it has been some time, but I have a question. Your students are here, and I need to acquiesce one of the items from your contracted list. Remember those boots that I made you so long ago? Are you still wearing them? I hope you are. Let me know right back, so I can tell them. Moments pass, and you see his mouth begin to move, yet his words don't come out. It is that instead of Huntmaster McCree, which is a very odd situation to now hear Gilmore with Huntmaster McCree's voice. Fuck it.
Ness is taking notes.
Sure.
Like, that is interesting.
Dominic's got his head on his sides, like memorizing everything.
So, it appears we do have an accord with your Master of Hunts.
Darvin's still a little too starstruck to pay attention to the spell.
Mm-hmm. As he hits
Well then.
you with not only a Gilmore brow, but a rosy cheeked grin.
Darvin just grins stupidly.
Dominic takes in that Darvin's kind of a little out of it, and glances down at Nessa, who's scribbling furiously. I think that should be fine, Master Gilmore. We'll arrange to have the gem brought to you by the Hunt Master upon our return. And as just a little aside, because I know that they've forgotten every other time, I believe our boy here, and he gestures at Darvin, would very much like your autograph, as would.
Oh, we already got it from him last time.
No, but he wants it on his stomach, though.
Oh, what? Wait, what?
As Nailsu chimes in with that, Dominic kind of gets a bit of a mischievous grin to his face, and then winks at Gilmore. He's like, you heard? He was confiding to me at the Proving Grounds the other day. You know how it is when people are starstruck.
Darvin blushes.
Nessa looks between the three of them.
Friend. As his so-called friends embarrass him in front of one of his heroes, says, "Shut up, guys," and that won't be necessary, Mr. Gilmore. And then he just kind of walks out of the shop, embarrassed.
Oh, Darvin, don't leave so quick.
And I stop.
I would gladly do that for you, just not on the first date.
Like I said, third.
As he
every Darvinite and Gilmorrigan in Amon just passed out.
As he rolled a 30 on a seduction check.
Unfortunately, as starstruck as Darvin is, he just doesn't swing that way.
I don't know. Anyone would go gay for Gilmore. That needs to be like a hashtag.
That needs to be a t-shirt.
Yeah. Gay for Gilmore.
It's Mr. Gilmore. I'm sorry, I don't want to give the wrong impression, but I certainly would appreciate your friendship.
Well, friendship you will have, and in spades. If you make it back from this grand adventure you're going on, perhaps I can interest you in a spot of coffee. We've just installed a brand new machine.
I certainly would enjoy that.
Indeed. So, if you bring me the gem, the 20,000, it's yours.
Well, I'm glad that it does not interfere with our contract. That sounds like quite a deal. Oh, well, while they're thinking of that, I did wish to purchase, I believe you had a scroll of dawn and a scroll of daylight?
Not a problem. Sold.
Thank you, sir.
Indeed.
Would I be able to wear it and pay 4,000 right now and bring you the rest?
As a good friend of mine used to say, no ding ding before the wedding ring. Money.
Nessa looks extremely confused and then looks to Dominic. Is this another tradition that I have not known about?
No, it's an old Zemnian proverb. Caretaker women, usually by the name of Broomhilda, consistently seem to spout that particular one in that part of the world. I'll explain later.
All right.
Nelson, I don't think he's gonna let you have it until after the hunt, man.
Right.
Props on the Men in Tights reference, man. Props.
It's like in my top 10 favorite, along with several other Mel Brooks films.
I bought my mum the complete collection for Christmas one year.
So, if there's nothing else I can interest you in, perhaps we can tidy up our business for the day. It would seem that I need to go work out a few things with our dear Noja here.
Mr. Gilmore, I might find this of use, and he's holding up the tub of universal solvent. I find being able to dissolve adhesives is generally a helpful little thing to have in one's pocket. I'll gladly take this one.
Sold. Not a problem.
There we go. We now have a thing of universal solvent.
Good. Hawk can finally play his prank he's been wanting to do since the day he got in the guild.
Oh, no.
Dominic tucks a note nobody else noticed surreptitiously into his pocket.
That involves the privy and some sovereign glue.
Dominic steps outside, casts sending. Hawk, I finally got it.
Challenge accepted. Anyway, now that we have brought in much tidings of joy and very well-received humor before everything happens, you do see Bishop come riding up on a Pegasus.
Oh.
Wow.
I totally love that horse. It has wings. It is so cool.
You look good on that thing,
Yes, it is.
Bishop.
Roll seduction, Dominic. No,
McCree's just like out in the corner, save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Do I have like a passive seduction score at this point?
You know what? I'll work that out as a mechanic. Sure.
You get a few more pluses with the if you have the dark brow.
But as this like young 18-year-old servant of the Raven Queen, who is actually a bishop, rides back up on the Pegasus, I just thought it was a cool horse with wings.
Is it?
I've got this mental image that Lyra and Nessa are both just like staring open-mouthed at it, but for entirely different reasons.
Well, to be fair, Nessa has seen that because Klein had one.
Is Bishop wearing any?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
This is a black Pegasus. I don't know if I said that.
He did not.
Okay, now that might get like, oh, beautiful. Taking notes on
any signals of rank?
What'd you say, buddy? I'm sorry.
Is Bishop wearing any open signals of rank or just general Raven Queen vestments?
Actually, as you look, you see that his holy symbol is adorned with the symbols of a bishop, the second highest in the order.
Zoria will give him a very deep bow.
He nods his head at Zoria and smiles.
Seeing the respect that Zoria is paying this guy, Dominic does a quick, just a perception check, because Dominic's not familiar with the actual formal clergy of the Raven Queen as yet. But he's noticing that Zoria is paying a lot of respect to him. Bows formally as well.
Please don't. Like, I'm off right now. I'm just your friend. But thank
Understood.
you. As he looks towards you, ignore the actual roll. You do see his red eye glow behind his hair. As he looks towards all of you. Yeah, still just a bunch of good people, good souls, one and all.
But I suppose we probably should be getting on this mission, should we not?
We should.
The work.
So, as you all fly out, and head towards the Wildwood. We start our game. Like I said, we got a week's journey, not pushing any mounts, not having to use any kind of drugs on them. With that, we're going to have one layover that we RP out.
It's a layover in Fort Worth. Fuck!
Damn it.
Sorry, Fort Worth.
It's not a good layover.
No. Having been there before, no, it's not.
I'm about to have to make that layover. That's not going to be a good layover. So, I'm going to switch you guys out to that map. As you all find a place a little bit off the road to make rest. Your mounts are all there.
Let's get started on a tiny hut.
And I would expect nothing less from Nessa.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you all get set up for the evening, night falling in, growing darker around you, Nessa's tiny hut appearing. Would you guys like to establish any sort of watch or...
Of course.
Okay.
Sure.
With that,
Dominic will take the third watch, as he commonly does, because it allows him to take advantage of the fact that he can't see in the dark.
indeed. As a matter of fact, you would have spoken, enough with Bishop along the way that he would have offered you dark vision should you ever need it.
As a just a spell, like a once-off, lasts for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Lasts for 8 hours.
Oh. That's a handy little spell to learn. Perhaps I should pick up a scroll of that at some point.
It does come in handy.
I can make you one.
One that I can transcribe into my spell book.
Yeah. I'll work on it as we fly. It's not that much of a problem.
That would be very helpful. Thank you.
Okay. So if you guys would be kind enough to drag out your tokens after...
Oh!
That's a big-ass Pegasus.
Yeah.
Yes, Pegasus.
So, get that and get our mounts out.
Dominic, as we are starting to make camp, Dom actually pulls Fluffy Bubbles out of his pocket, and before he puts her down, he realizes that he's in the presence of Zoria's. He and Zoria have kind of come to an agreement about things, but he turns to Bishop and says, "If you could do me a favor and not destroy my familiar, It's a little aggravating when I have to resummon her because people just destroy her out of hand."
It is a very complicated situation, but it is probably for the best. Please do not, Bishop.
You have a familiar? I have a familiar.
His is a little different.
What do you have?
It's not quite the same.
I put Princess Fluffy Bubbles down, and the zombified kitten just starts kind of playing with butterflies in the dirt.
Oh.
I'll put up the picture in the mission channel.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I know you're a necromancer. It's...
Oh, yes,
it's not a
right.
problem.
Dominic, he was the one who was helping out with your father, locating him.
Oh, fantastic. Well, we'll have to have a chat about if you've managed to locate anything. Not right now, though. It can wait.
Okay. Well,
Bishop pulls out
Bishop pulls out his cat Felicia and sits her down on the ground. It's a Persian. She looks constantly annoyed.
When she walks away, does he say bye,
Yes, you
Felicia?
repeat yourself.
He does. That's how he dismisses her.
Fluffy Bubbles,
Wow.
seeing another cat, sort of pads over and starts trying to play with her. You know, in that way that like a kitten like will try and play with an older cat, and the older cat's just like, really, man?
Felicia plays. No.
Oh, Lyra is just observing.
Fluffy Bubbles is not leaking for a change.
Nessa's tiny
That's
hut.
nice.
And so far, I've got Dominic on third watch.
I'll
Ness
take
can do
second
whatever.
watch with
She has going
dark vision.
I'll watch with Darv.
Zori can take
I'll
any
take-
watch. She sees great in the dark.
Yes, Nessa can take first watch.
I'll take first watch.
Dominic would like to sit third watch with Bishop and have a bit of a chat.
Okay. Bishop will throw himself on the third watch as well. Bishop doesn't sleep, so he'll just stay up.
Zori will also be on third watch then. That'll be 2 each.
And first watch was who again? I'm so sorry. That's Nessa
Lyra?
and Lyra.
Mm.
All right. So, as we shift our tone a little bit, the night begins to fall upon you all, and as first watch begins, what are you doing, Nessa and Lyra?
Well, first of all, Nessa summons Golwyn and has Golwyn go outside of the hut and patrol around as he usually does, and she'll wait a little bit to jump into his eyes, but we'll make sure Lyra is set, and just kind of like smiles at her. It has been a while since we've been on a hunt together, haven't we?
Yeah, I think it was my first hunt, I think. There's crazy beasts. Yeah, it was
Oh, the Remoras.
ages ago. It was like, yeah. They were scary.
You did very well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for taking me and looking after me.
Of course. I did not know if you need anything from me, but afterwards I may need to see through Golwyn and I may not be able to hear you, but after that, if you need anything, just tap me on the shoulder.
Okay, I can do that. Okay.
Alright, so Nessa, as you look into the eyes of Golwyn, I went on to give you control of the character sheet again. I didn't see that you didn't have that until now.
Thank you.
Drew him out. No problem. Lyra, what are you doing?
She's out and she's keeping an eye on the mounts for any reaction, as well as just generally watching around the area.
And Nessa?
Nessa will just, jump into Golwyn and have Golwyn circle the general camp area and keep an eye out on everything. She can't really see or hear anything otherwise, so she'd just be kind of like staring towards the edge of the tiny hut since she can't leave it.
With that, let me get some advantage perception checks from both of you as you are spending your watch watching. Okay.
Woo!
Nessa, we are going to use your roll of a 52.
Oh, this is different.
Nessa, as you look around, you see what looks to be a satyr going back into the forest. He has left a bunch of mushrooms on a stump and kind of waves as he goes back into the forest. But it appears that he has made some sort of food offering to your group, not wanting to catch you all alarmed.
Interesting. From kind of Singorn lore and being in the Feywild for a little bit during that whole situation, what would she know about satyrs? If this is something they should be a little bit wary of? I'm not sure, or if it's just okay.
Make an insight check, and I'll tell you what, do it at advantage for your natural 20 on perception.
Insight?
Mm-hmm. He does not seem malaligned in any sort of way. He seems that he actually has good intentions in his heart and just wanted to bring some of his humble offerings towards a group of people that look like they could use a good meal.
Okay. Then if that was the case, if he caught Golwyn's eye, just kind of have Golwyn kind of hoot in like a thankful thing, not like a hostile.
He kind of nods and keeps walking back to the forest. You hear him actually come back out after the hoot and look back one more time. Enjoy the mushrooms. They're local and delicious. And he just walks away kind of nervously.
Can't really say anything through Golwyn, but...
But that does end your guys' watch unabated with a gift of mushrooms.
And yeah, once watches towards the end, she'll jump back into herself and look to Lyrae and let her know that they'd gotten a gift. And where to find
the mushroom's magic.
Oh, wow. She's going to go over and look at the mushrooms.
Okay.
Oh god, are the mushrooms magic?
Yeah. Just apologize since she can't actually leave the tiny hut, so...
Nature. Nature.
Oh.
They are indeed mushrooms. They look tasty and delicious. Should be fun to eat.
Okay, I'm just going to collect the mushrooms and take them back into the tiny hut.
I'm going to trip balls.
You get a total of 12 mushrooms. They're pretty good sized mushrooms. They happen to be red with white speckles.
Oh no.
Super mushroom.
Mushrooms of enlarge.
Oh boy.
But as your watch does come to an end, we move to Dove and Nailsu. If you would like to wake them up, ladies.
Yep. Let's go over. Closest one to her, I guess.
Yep. Just gonna go over to Nailsu and shake him a bit. Be like, hey, you're up.
Oh, alright.
What? Did you see anything interesting?
Well, we got mushrooms, so that's exciting.
Oh, look,
yes, a satyr gave us a gift, apparently.
Mushrooms?
And they look pretty delicious. They look pretty delicious.
I can take them before I go to sleep.
You could definitely have one if you wanted.
Can I detect magic on them?
I mean, if I say no, are you going to eat it anyway?
You could definitely detect magic if you would like.
Yes, please.
I don't know. I could toast it first.
Nessa, as you detect magic on these mushrooms, you notice that there is at least 6 different schools of magics on these mushrooms.
Whoa. Okay. Give me 10 more minutes, and she'll take out her pearl and start casting Identify before she goes to sleep, because she's very curious about this now.
I will go on and tell you, Nessa. It would take you, actually I can give you an answer to that. To quantify the reasoning behind how long and how many different effects it would take you 1,000 minutes. And
oh, jeez.
100 uses of the pearl.
Oh my god.
I mean, we could just eat one and find out.
I mean, I could eat it right now if you want me to.
I've got this mental image that Nail is like putting it, like he's got his mouth wide open and he's like going to put it in his mouth.
I would suggest waiting, especially inside the tiny hut, in case it does anything to your body. And this is a finite space. It is a tiny hut.
All right.
No, that makes sense.
Eggs and mushrooms for breakfast.
Followed by flying. Yeah, that's a good idea.
You might not even need to be on a flying mount.
Just
flying, just not in the way you think.
You all should know Bishop would be very interested in these mushrooms as he has the gourmand feat and is willing to cook them any way you want.
Wow.
What the hell? I remember Bishop's a pretty good cook. Why don't we see what he thinks about them when he wakes up?
Oh, Bishop's up.
Okay.
He stays up all night. He doesn't sleep.
Well, then
He's
let's
right
ask
there.
Bishop now.
They look like really good mushrooms. I'd love to give them a shot. Especially, usually I try one first to see how it is.
Once again, I suggest doing it either later or outside of the hut, please.
Bishop walks out of the hut and eats a mushroom.
Oh, God.
And do we notice anything?
Okay. Interesting. You see his eyes, both of them, glow the fire red like one of them usually does. As he begins to chase his own shadow and starts talking about how it has an agenda and a plot against him.
Oh, God.
What?
He is currently tripping balls and will be doing so for the next 1 minute.
Okay,
Darvin's
peeking
just gonna
out.
watch him, make sure he doesn't hurt himself.
Can't help it. Gotta keep watching this and take some notes from inside the hut using Golwyn's eyes from the outside.
However, as we move on, Darvin and Nailsu, it is your watch. You're good. You're good. No. He's just tripping balls. What would you guys like to do on your watch?
So I'll try to keep a very careful watch, but at one point I'll pull out the immovable rod from my pouch and show it to Nailsu and say, could you let me borrow this? We haven't been able to use it yet. I don't know how we'd be able to use it on this mission, but might be interesting.
I think I know how, but I'm pretty sure you won't like it.
You got an idea?
Smirks. He says, I think so, but it might be dangerous.
And Darvin says, shit, this whole thing's going to be dangerous. You think you got an idea? Here you go.
All right, I take it. And then whisper the idea into his ear.
Oh, shit. And I think about taking it back, but I don't.
Okay. So, as you guys do your watch, go on and make advantage perception checks.
Finally, a decent perception roll.
Okay. Darvin. We use your roll of a 29. As, oh, okay. Interesting. Darvin, make me another perception check.
Just normal?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Okay. So something whizzes by your head and lands in the trunk of this tree.
Look around, trying to figure out where that came from. And I noticed that it hit the trunk of the tree.
You do notice that it hit the trunk of the tree. You don't exactly see what it is, but it was loud enough of a thunk through the hollow tree. You know something hit.
I'll try to look in the direction that opposite of where it hit the tree first, and then if I don't see anything, I'll go look at whatever hit the tree.
You don't see anything coming from the woodside.
So I'll say, Nailsu, something flew by my head and hit that tree. Keep an eye out. I'm going to go see what hit the tree.
All right. Where you want me to go?
Just, and I point in the direction that I think it may have come from.
Wait. Can you see in the dark?
Yeah, I got dark vision.
Okay.
And am I able to find whatever hit the tree?
You know what, man? Through your passive perception, you sure are.
Okay.
There's an arrow with a scroll wrapped around it.
Okay. I will first cast Detect Magic on it to make sure it's not cursed or something.
You use Detect Magic?
Yep.
Okay. As you do, you get the sense of something magic. You cannot denote what school it's from at all. But it's not the scroll itself, it's something inside it.
Okay. I'll cast Mage Hand and open the scroll.
As you open the scroll, it is all but a piece of old worn parchment. As falling to the ground, face down, is a single playing card.
Oh. Ooh.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Yeah. Pick it up with the Mage Hand.
Okay.
And I look at it.
Darvin? I need a moment.
Okay.
That's not ominous.
Did someone shoot you a deck of many things card?
Okay, Darvin. I would like you to just
roll a new character.
I need you to
Oh no.
Go.
Okay, buddy. This is not bad. As you see a sun card.
Oh, thank God.
So I'm gonna do this real quick. Give me just a second.
Okay.
See, this is the fun of leaving things up to the dice, man. He rolled that dice before the game started.
Wait, whoa.
Holy shit.
I'm using a different deck of many things so that maybe
Okay.
I can't see anything.
Take the bandana off your eyes now.
I like to think like Dominic's just saying that in his sleep.
Okay, buddy. I'm gonna throw you a wondrous item that's of fun creation. I'm gonna PM it to you.
Yeah.
Sweet.
If I can get you to show up here.
Darvin receives a wondrous item that one hit kills the monster. Makes the whole trip go 9 days.
Well, that was.
He gets a card that reads Deus Ex Machina.
Thing from Breath of the Wild.
You'll become a one-hit wonder.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh.
Get out.
At least it wasn't like the card that like sucks his soul out and hides it somewhere.
We did not want to go to Pandemonium for you.
Look, I was playing in a game where I drew the death card, and I had to fight the aspect of death. I kicked that thing's ass in like 2 turns, not a problem. Got my extra level bump out of it. Yet there's a rule on that card that if a friend joins in, another one comes out. And one of our friends decided to join in, and if anybody else had attacked it, another one, and another one, and another one grown. Darvin, did you get the message?
Yeah, does it require attunement?
Does not require attunement. One-time use.
I will put that thing on.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Nailsu, glancing back, you see Darvin don a gleaming helmet that seems to be covered in diamonds.
Bling! Ka-ching!
Who needs chains when you got helms?
We need to bedazzle his brow.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, he needs like a diamond encrusted eyebrow ring to enhance the dark brow.
Brow dazzling. Wow.
Bro dazzling.
So that's
brow dazzling, hell yes.
That's gonna end you guys' watch. As it is time to wake up Dominic, Zoria, and Bishop.
I'll go wake up Dominic wearing this thing.
Alright, I'll wake up Zoria.
Joke's on you, Bishop is still awake.
Bishop is not only still awake, he is now sitting next to Diana.
Oh.
Hey!
He really
Hello
was
there.
tripping balls. He made his dreams reality.
This is why wizards aren't allowed to do drugs.
No.
Diana just looks around, she's like,
No, that just breaks magic.
Like, no lie, the whole time he kept talking about you.
I was just really small on his shoulder the entire time.
Yeah, the whole time. Like, I have proof of this. Not even a joke. Tiny Diana.
Oh, that character.
So, Dominic, as you come awake, Darvin rattles you, now wearing a gleaming helm of pure diamond brilliance.
Hey, look what I found.
Where did you find that?
From a card that was stuck to an arrow that shot by my head and hit a tree. You know, like
with a roll of 20, does Dominic put together exactly what that means?
You know what, man? Your roll of 20 is enough to actually break out of the realm of D&D and understand that there's this wonderful thing called random encounters, and he just happened to roll a really cool random encounter.
I am cursed. No one will ever believe me.
He's the Don Pool.
It could have been much, much worse.
Yeah.
Dom is literally Deadpool.
No guts, no glory.
Undeadpool.
Undeadpool.
But yes, after your fourth wall break, you are able to come to consciousness. Zoria, you're up as well.
Darvin?
Up as Bishop begins to prepare breakfast. What would you guys like to do?
Darvin, you do realize the essential poor judgment in picking up a random item which is obviously of magical origins and design and just putting it on, right? You understand the risks involved.
Actually, the minute that he pulled that card, he knew exactly what that item was.
Ah.
Darvin blushes at the idea of being scolded and the idea of poor choices by Dominic.
It's ironic, isn't it?
Ooh, shots fired.
Gonna get you some ointment for that burn.
Dominic spends his watch rubbing burn ointment on his arm.
They actually.
Darv, you know, if he would have seen it first, he would have.
Moving on. All right. So, are we doing third watch, or is it considered done?
You're supposed to be doing third watch.
All right. Well, let's. Dominic sort of gets up and goes and sits down to keep watch near Bishop and Diana.
Bishop is no longer 6'5". He is 3'2" and sitting next to Diana. Hi, Dominic.
Hello.
Hi.
Um,
Hi, Dominic. I'm Diana. It's really nice to meet you. I don't think we've met before.
No, I don't believe we have. Dominic d'Artois. But I have heard about you, and I met Bishop earlier, but yes, I believe this is the first time I'm actively meeting sort of the pair of you on this hunt.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Good morning.
Are you guys?
What?
I am.
Zoria Vladimirovna?
I am Zoria Vladimirovna Tenepala.
Hi, I'm Diana Snowgrove.
I'm Bishop.
This is Bishop.
He gives Bishop a kind of weird look. And says, I take watch. Her pet raven starts flying a circle, and she walks off out of the firelight. And starts walking a circuit around the camp.
Hey, Bishop, she has a pet raven too.
She's a servant of her mother.
Dominic casts dancing lights and puts them at the corners of a 120-foot square.
So, with that,
Zoria's going to have detect magic up the whole time.
Okay. With that, I'd say go on and everybody make an advantage perception check. Dominic, Zoria, and Diana.
Thank God for that advantage.
Dominic, we now use your roll of a 36. Okay.
So the concept I've got lined up for my new character...
Please do not.
No.
Again,
when
please
the
do
DM
not.
laughs, it's already too late. It's already too late.
Oh, no, like, hopefully by now you guys know if it's something bad, I actually shy away and feel bad about it. When I laugh, it's something funny.
Okay, yeah, how much is he going to be tripping balls now?
So, Dominic. A naked man comes walking down the road, proudly, and humming a tune. Hello there.
Good morning, sir. Just a quick question for you. I think you're okay with it, but are you aware that you're naked?
Give me 1 second, Dominic. I'm sorry.
And can anyone else see this man?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do we all see this naked man?
Yeah, because if nobody else can see it, then everybody's just like gonna like be looking at Dominic like.
Basically, the way I run it is whoever got the highest, they are the ones who interact. But after their initial interaction,
okay,
sure.
Yep. Okay.
So
you appear to be naked, sir. Were you robbed?
Just trudging, trudging.
Oh,
to trudge, the slow, weary, depressing, yet determined walk of a man who has nothing left in life but the impulse to just simply soldier on.
It's a noble enough ambition, I suppose. Do you need some clothes? Would that make your life a little bit easier?
I would likely help with this involuntary vow of poverty that I've taken as of late.
Yes! I was so hoping this was what I thought it was. Look, you know what? I can do you one better. But before I do, allow me just to introduce myself. I'm Dominic D'Artois of House D'Artois from Imon. And you, sir, look like you are in dire need of several things, including clothes and possibly some food. We have one of our party here is an exceptional cook, although he's somewhat diminutive at the moment, which I'll investigate later. But first of all, come and sit down for a moment. You can join us in our breakfast as the rest of our party wake up. And guys, if you could sort of watch over him for a moment. Dominic sort of sticks his head back into the tiny hut and grabs his pack and grabs his spare set of clothes. And brings them out. So the naked man now has a pair of fine pants, a white shirt, and a vest.
Oh, that's rightly kind of you, Dominic, I believe it was. That's
correct.
Very kind to clothe a man in his time of need.
I found in these troubled times that the kindness is its own reward for me. I've got my own reasons for wanting to be as kind to people as possible, but you also seem to be at least heading somewhere. So let me know when you're ready to go, and I'll also provide you with a means of transportation.
Oh, there's nothing better than to just trudge the road on your feet and keep going ahead.
Wouldn't you prefer to ride it in comfort on a horse?
I've rode many horses, known many a kindness, but never one as great as yours. I would be quite obliged, actually.
Oh, let me know when you're ready to leave, and I'll see to it for you. But in the meantime, Bishop, it's starting to get a little light, and I suppose you could do us a favor and assist with maybe getting some breakfast. We can get this chap fed.
Everyone feel free to interact with the now clothed man. But yes, of course, Dominic, I'm more than happy to help.
I didn't catch your name, sir.
Lilium Spampenus. But you can call me, just make it Jeffrey.
I'm sorry, could you say your full name one more time?
This happens. Lilium Interspinus. Lily among the thorns, if you will. But like I said, you can call me Jeffrey.
Quoth will go and land on a log nearby them while Zoria keeps watch.
Just traveling around Taldori, writing my book.
I have a question. Mr. What was it again?
Just Jeffrey will do.
Mr. Jeffrey, I have a question. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, the Raven Queen?
Both men just to facepalm with a wing.
Dominic's just pinching the bridge of his nose. Is like, now? Really?
I just want to know if maybe, you know, she's really powerful and everything. Maybe, you know, be fun to, like, have you heard of her?
As a matter of fact, I have. I've been gracious enough to walk into several of her temples, meet several of her denizens, and luckily have not known her personally.
I see.
You seem like a man of the world, and tell me something. Are you sort of? You said you were sort of having something of an involuntary vow of poverty, I believe, are your exact words. And so, would you say you're looking for work at the moment?
One is always looking for work if that is where the drives them, I would say yes, indeed. I'm currently without occupation.
Oh. Hey, maybe you could come with us.
Do you have any skills?
Can you fight?
Are we all awake now?
I guess you're all awake now. We'll go with
guys, there's this guy named Jeffrey, and he's got new clothes now, and I think he wants to come with us.
What is this
He has
about?
new clothes as
Yeah,
opposed to old?
No, he was naked when we first saw him, but it's fine now. He's
Nessa looks up over to where Golwyn has been in a tree nearby and just kind of gets the mental notes from her familiar and just looks more and more confused.
Like, if
really?
only we had Hawk at that moment.
So, well, I'm not sure entirely that the words he chose were involuntary vow poverty.
Oh.
So,
were you robbed?
It being
It's a vow?
But why would he be robbed if it was a vow, though? That's weird.
Right.
Why would it be involuntary if it was a vow?
Hey, Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah.
Jeffrey.
Yes.
I'm enjoying this too much. Why'd you have a vow of poverty? That doesn't make sense.
Why is it involuntary?
Yeah. What's your name? I don't think I've met you before. You seem fun.
It would seem that I have a love of games of chance quite too much.
Oh, me too. And she pulls out her dice.
Oh,
so it was
eyes widen.
So it was less involuntary and more ill-considered.
I've considered it quite many times. It's just a bit of a taste for the city that I can't swing away from.
Fair.
So is someone making you poor?
God, myself, many different reasons. The struggling long life tale of an author who wishes nothing but to sell his works, yet can't find the right medium to present them in.
Oh, well,
we might have a way for you.
Yeah, I mean, the Raven Queen does pretty great things all the time. So, I mean...
Actually, Diana, I was thinking more along the lines of our good friend of the guild, Gilmore.
Who's that?
I'm sure he could...
he hasn't met Gilmore.
Who's Gilmore?
Yeah, who's Gilmore?
Just the greatest creator of magical items there is.
Wait, she does not know Gilmore?
I like
He's a really cool dude.
Guy, I
like to think that there's like a gold signature from Gilmore across Darwin's plate around the belly.
That didn't happen.
Wait, can I meet Gilmore? He sounds really cool.
What are we talking about now? I am very confused.
We're talking about a man named Gilmore and why Jeffrey is poor. He won't really give us a straight answer, but I know that he gambles a lot.
Well, that somewhat sounds like a straight answer to me.
I mean, it doesn't explain why it's involuntary and a vow.
It sounds like he lost his money gambling.
I actually, at one point in time, speaking of your Raven Queen, recorded some of her text in the new collected works. It wasn't that well received, more allegorical.
Oh, well, you can't. No,
the New Testament of the Raven Queen.
The New Testament of the Raven Queen. Diana's eyes open real wide, and her bright blue eyes just kind of sparkle and twinkle as she hears about him copying down the Raven Queen's texts and stuff. That's so exciting! You must be really important, Jeffrey!
Yes, that explains my recent nudity and strut across the road.
I suppose think of it like
to make you feel better, I'll play dice with you.
You're not naked anymore.
And if you think of it like this, that circumstance, if you hadn't been naked, then we may not have noticed you as necessarily catching our attention as you walked past, and we may not have ever had this particular interaction. On the topic of your notes about the Raven Queen, do you happen to have anything with you? I do obviously take into account that you were naked, and I didn't notice that you had any kind of pack, but perhaps you have something that you could recall from memory?
Of all things that I do possess, my memory is unfettered. I would love to recount the tales and woes of several different things to you. It just it all would seem a little bit better with some good food in my belly and your good company, of course.
Have you seen a giant creature running rampant somewhere?
I was nude earlier.
I am very confused.
I saw his penis. It was weird.
It was weird.
Myra involuntarily looks down and then back up.
It was like two Gricks holding each other.
It's very accurate.
That's exactly what every guy wants to hear when he sees his penis.
Is that not what a normal penis looks like? Bishop, what do you think? You would know.
Nessa reaches for a water skin and tries to prestidigitate it into something like vaguely coffee-like.
Bishop is just trying to cook, his head down, not looking up, ignoring.
He's like bright red.
So, hey Jeffrey, what's wrong with your dick?
There's something wrong with it? Do you want me to heal it? I can do that.
Need some sexual healing.
So, moving on.
Wait, but if there's something wrong...
Jeffrey, if you'd like to get going, I can have that sorted for you quickly if you would like to get going in any kind of hurry.
Yes, it was deemed that my talents are needed elsewhere.
But feel free to come and drop by the Slayer's Take near West Run anytime you like. Always happy to have a talented bard or storyteller hanging
That
around.
master did say it could become a brothel at some point.
I'll be there.
What's a brothel?
It's where people go and sleep with other people and pay them money for it.
Like cuddling and stuff?
Sometimes it's called the House of Windows.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Yes.
And stuff.
I mean,
Okay.
you can pay for cuddling, but normally other stuff is involved.
Like what?
Like
Bishop comes and just puts a plate of food down in front of everybody. Look, Diana, I gave you food.
Penises?
Hey, Bishop,
that
I think
is where you see the penises, but not always.
you may need to explain the birds and the bees there a little bit.
Look, there's food. Delicious food.
Oh, thanks,
Thank you, Bishop.
You're the best.
Thank the gods.
Although I have a lot of questions about penises, but I'll ask you later.
Okay. I have a little bit of experience.
Bishop has dropped his 3'2" form and is now 6'5" again, and just staring away. He casts Longstrider and just runs back to the Pegasus.
Bishop?
Nessa is just finding her food extremely fascinating right now.
Dominic is looking has his own food extremely studiously, and especially avoiding any eye contact with Nessa.
Darvin is laughing.
Zoria on the other side of the counter is laughing her ass off.
By the way, the food was delicious. Thanks for getting to have that fun D&D experience and not talking about dicks the whole time.
It's D&D.
Diana's mouthful. She calls out to Bishop, who's still over
Don't
there.
say mouthful.
Hey,
We were just talking
This is a different D&D.
Oh God!
So as we continue,
We still don't know if Bishop made sausage to go with the breakfast.
so as we continue our games of dicks and
Sausage is
dinners,
great.
we move on.
So does that mean that that scene becomes Diana and Dix?
Diana doesn't know anything about dicks.
I love
It's
that all of
fine.
this is canon now.
I can't wait for the artwork. I can't wait for the artwork.
Wait. Nessa, are you streaming?
Oh fuck yes!
Yes.
Oh my God!
I just want all of you out there to know that whole restat from earlier is gone.
Shit.
Yeah. Sadly, though, 0 viewers, so we'll just have to watch it on replay later.
Wait.
Hey, Bishop, this food is
hold on,
delicious.
hold on.
You're
Hey,
great.
guys, hold on. Nessa, let me host you.
Ooh.
Okay.
I have a feeling Diana and Ray are going to become very good friends.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you will have hosted me after the whole dick shenanigans.
That's
Oh, we can
fine.
reenact it. We can like
No.
start over.
No.
You shadow puppets.
It was this big.
Sock puppets. We do have a bunch of socks.
Well, he did roll a 92.
He did roll a
Oh,
92, which was the worst part.
Wow.
Darvin conjures a sock for this conversation.
You know what?
The fabricate is just a pile of
Hey.
socks.
What are the socks for, guys? Are your feet cold?
Yep, that's exactly what it's for.
Yes,
I thought so.
It is almost the winter, if not the winter.
I mean, I got
Sweet
some
summer
magic
child.
I can use. I know, Diana. Oh my god.
Host button. There we go. And hosting a channel.
Huzzah!
All right.
Yay. So that
I'm
was
sorry
amazing.
that you missed all the dicks. There were so goddamn many dicks.
So many.
It was D and dicks.
It was technically just one dick.
Yeah, it was
Thank
just
you,
one.
darling.
I just had a lot of questions about it.
Roll a
Have
medicine
you heard about
check.
our Lord and Savior, Dickie McDickerson?
What'd you say?
I
roll
said
medicine?
roll a medicine check.
Oh, that's yeah. Here's the thing: is she's gonna know about it.
Yeah.
She's just acting naive.
You know, yeah, you know everything but dicks.
This is just so strange. I've studied every part of the male anatomy, but I just can't seem to understand that one.
Diana.
Yeah, Bishop.
I hope you enjoyed your breakfast.
Yeah, it was really good.
We've got a task in front of us. We should go.
Yes,
Wait.
yes, please!
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's do this. This is gonna be great.
So,
Jeffrey, come with me. And as we walk over towards the path,
let's
Dominic,
be a little bit more specific. Let's call this guy Joffrey now.
No
because when you
phrasing.
say Jeffrey, I'm thinking of me.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there's already 2 Jeffs in this channel. So let's,
Yeah, there's.
To be fair, you named him.
I did. I mean, technically, history named him, but that's a different thing altogether.
Anyway, as they walk over to the road, Dominic pulls a patch off his robe of his coat of useful items and conjures a fully kitted out horse for him to ride with saddlebags included.
He shakes your hand and turns around, riding back towards Western.
Jeffrey, get the fuck out. You just got out of that
Bye,
conversation.
Jeffrey.
Yep.
I hope your dick gets better.
Nessa's just bright red and just trying to look into her spell
You know
book
what?
as she is
No.
preparing her spells
What are
for
you
the
talking
day.
about? Once he's done riding, he's probably going to be shaved.
Perception checks, everybody, right now.
Jesus, the cleric's getting us killed.
Damn it. Sorry, guys.
Zoria's got this.
Diana's so focused on the dick.
I'm focused on my spellbook, thank God.
Alright, Zoria. Thank you for your diligent watch and focus, because coming out of the woods is a large creature. Its tongue extending far out as it begins to run towards all of you.
Her warning is, what the fuck is that, and drawing a weapon.
I used my master ball!
I need you all to roll.
Wrong campaign!
Shit.
Wrong campaign, sorry.
No.
Well, that's about right.
Oh, God.
Sigh.
Nice.
Look, Nessa, for us, that actually kind of works out because it allows us to sort of take a proper awareness of the battlefield before we cast things. It gives us a little bit more choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or, get eaten, like that one time.
Shut up.
Okay. I thought we weren't talking about that anymore.
So, 25 to 20.
21 for Diana.
20 to 15. Let me help you guys out here too. Alright. That is going to take our next one to 15 to 10.
Zoria, 12.
Lyra, 12.
Who's got the higher dex?
Mine's +4?
No, you have it.
10 to 0.
8.
8.
Nessa, 7.
8. 8 for Dominic as well.
So that'll
in turn,
Nail,
Nail,
then Darvin, then Dominic.
Oh,
Okay. Diana. A large creature just burst out of the woods from behind you. Its large tongue licks the ground. As it does, the ground begins. The ground begins to smoke as if acid was touching it. Its wings, a bit tattered. This dragon-like creature has a large puffy tail and what appears to be feathers rather than scales. What would you like to do?
Oh. So Diana's gonna be like, "Whoa, you're a big fella, aren't you?" And she is going to... Quick question. Spirit Guardians just affects my enemies, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so she's gonna run up here and goes, "Well, you better stay away, 'cause... yeah." And she's gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
At 3rd level.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm sorry, that was Spiritual Weapon. Yeah, Spirit Guardians.
You're learning. It's all good.
There you go.
Okay. So you run up and cast Spirit Guardians. For the first time something would enter your circle or start its turn there, it will take that damage.
Okay.
That takes us to Bishop, who is going to run up to the creature and start to smack it, because that's what he does. Alright, 2 hits. Total of 25 damage. as he unleashes a volley of slices against the creature, manifesting 2 swords in his hands and running up. That's going to take us to the creature, who is going to try a consuming attack against Bishop. Natural 20.
Oh, fuck.
Ouch.
I'll just roll it in the dice roller.
Oh, no.
Bishop takes 17 points of piercing damage.
That could have been so
And
much worse.
needs to make a strength save, which he just makes. So he is not currently being consumed. That takes us down the line to the next thing that happens. As from the woods, you hear trees begin to crack and move and sway. And out from the woods, a colossally large creature comes down and begins to bite and chew the other creature in half.
Oh.
Oh.
Killing it in a single blow.
That's not the fat guy. That's the fat guy.
Yes! I'm so glad somebody knows Rocco's Modern Life.
Yes!
Zoria, it is now your turn. As this very large creature, which looks very much like the creature you were looking for, begins to chew the winged creature in half.
It does. Alright, this does mildly change what I'm going to do here. I am going
changes our
to...
music.
Yeah, I will use my... Nah, I will... Okay, I'm going to cast Shadow Blade with a bonus action.
Okay.
Move up to about there. So within 20 feet of it, and then I'm going to throw the Shadow Blade.
Okay.
And totally miss.
And unfortunately, with adding 1 strike to our crit table. So, anything else you'd like to do, Zoria?
Not this turn. Oh, Quoth will go invisible. That's his action.
All right. That is going to take us down the line to Lyra.
Alright. Lyra is going to take a potion of heroism. And she is going to come up here. And she's going to draw out Infinity and try to hit you. 2 attacks.
Certainly try. The first one misses, the second one hits.
Okay. 19 points of damage, and that is everything.
All right. And that is going to take us to Nailsu.
Okay, I'm gonna run up next to her. Yeah. Have my sword, pull that out. Do 2 strikes with the sword and just 1 unarmed strike.
Okay.
And I have 40 feet. Would I be able to move it to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
21 hits. 27 hits. Natural 20 hits.
Nice.
Okay, a lot. Just kidding.
All right.
Is that 41?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that was my 2 attacks and bonus action, I think.
Okay. Darvin.
Bonus action, potion of heroism. And then I will move up. And 2 attacks.
Hit and a miss.
Sweet. And that will end my turn.
All right. That is going to take us to Dominic.
Dominic, seeing the giant thing and freaking out a little bit, clicks his heels together, engaging his winged boots. I now have a fly speed equal to my walking speed. He takes 2 steps forward and then pushes off to fly up about 20 feet in the air.
Okay, dope.
I don't know how you. I don't know how you want to depict that. Yeah, and then so does that bring him sort of like a little bit more in line with the creature's sort of shoulders and head area?
No, 20 feet is going to bring you about to the knee.
That's fine.
As I said before, he's about a 60-foot tall creature.
And he sort of runs his hands along the nice new staff of thunder and lightning that his lovely fiancée gave him at the beginning of the hunt. He's going to point it at the creature and say, "Essence of darkness." Ah! And he's just going to cast Blight on the creature.
Okay.
It needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution save, no problem.
Yeah, I bet its Constitution sucks, right? Crossing my fingers.
It doesn't have a plus. It totally doesn't have a plus 15.
Oh my god!
It can still make a natural 1.
That's a 29.
That's fine. So it takes half that, so it takes 18 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
And that's about all I've got for the moment.
Okay. That takes us to Nessa.
Okay. Well, Nessa is going to back away from this thing. So she's going to actually let me make sure of my distance here. Okay, yeah, that's fine. She's gonna come back here, point her staff directly at this thing's face for the most part as the flower opens up and just speaks in Elvish. Stop the flow, halt the tracks, raise not the claw, and let stillness be thy penance, and cast Hold Monster on it.
Okay.
So that is DC 17 Wisdom
DC
save.
17. I don't think his wisdom's that good, but let me check. Saving throw for wisdom. So he gets a plus nothing. So it's a straight advantage roll because he is magic resistant. It's a 14 and an 8.
Yes.
He is held.
It is fucking paralyzed.
Clutch, Nessa.
Nice.
Damn!
That's my girl.
All right.
Just yell, fuck it up in Elvish.
Language.
So that is going to take us back to Diana.
Alright. She is going to move to here. Ish. And she is going to say Anime penetrans veritatem. and she is going to throw her Javelin of Radiance at it.
Okay.
If it hits, it does the extra damage, is
Mhm.
what it is. Does she get advantage since it's held?
Actually, you do. So